Fighting Devin Haney is what we call a business decision. Let's talk.
Straighter, not roundhouse right hand.
And that's what we've been talking about. The straight shot is the one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill somebody
back
for
a little bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the greats, the best competition.
Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we're here. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we're here. Yo, it's the best, fight the best. If you ain't with the moto, just click the link, bitch, and get buried like the rest. It ain't gonna work how you want it. These trolls already tried, too many come but don't leave. So if you here, you gotta die. I'm spitting straight facts. These bitches crying cause they hate that. The LDBC's the top topic, bitch, hate that. We the ones that bring the truth to these fans. So why you hate, I'ma laugh and keep counting these bands. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link, get the dance. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you.
Welcome to the graveyard.
There's a few things we can check off when fighting Devin Haney. Number one, Devin Haney is his own boss. He does not answer to anybody. He answers to himself. He has Devin Haney Promotions, which promotes his fights. He worked with Eddie Hearn for Eddie Hearn to, do all the talking and all that other weird ass shit. But he's a talker himself. He can promote his own fights if he wanted to, himself without hiring Eddie Hearn, when he wants to. His dad is his manager. His dad is his promoter. So he really don't need Eddie Hearn at all, but he brings Eddie Hearn on for the name recognition. That is a fighter who is his own boss, who has the two best promoters in boxing promoting him. I do not like Eddie Hearn, but I will not lie and say he's not one of the best promoters in boxing. He is a liar, that's what he does, but he's still a great promoter. He's a piece of shit, but he's a great promoter. So I'm not going to say something that he's not. And he's all of those. A piece of shit and a great promoter. But we can remove that who is Devin Haney talk. He's very known. He's extremely known. If you know Floyd Mayweather, you know Devin Haney. Oh, I don't know about that, BFTB. I think that's a stretch too far. Why? Floyd's always with him. When you see Floyd, like, who that nigga with him? Who that little nigga right there? Oh, that's Devin Haney. Oh, okay, that's Devin Haney? All right, okay, well, all right. Well, now you know Devin Haney. You don't know Devin Haney like you know Floyd, but you know who he is. There is hundreds of boxers that do not have that luxury. Hundreds. Tank Davis is more synonymous. He's more attached to Floyd than Devin. So Tank is going to be more known than Devin. But Devin and Tank can fight. So that no Floyd, Devin, Tank, that trio. Yeah. So you can get rid of, you can miss me with the not known stuff. You can miss me with that. Oh, well, what does Devin have to offer? He is the real WBC champion. That's what he is. He is the real WBC champion. The real one. Of which I showed you. By the WBC, their own rules. He is the real WBC champion. And Teofimo Lopez can, whenever he wants, fight Devin Haney as the mandatory. He can become Devin Haney's mandatory whenever he wants. Whenever he wants. That is his right to do so. Meaning, Canelo Alvarez can fight Jermall Charlo whenever he wants as the franchise champion. Doesn't matter who Jermall Charlo is fighting, Canelo Alvarez can say, I don't care, I'm fighting you. I'm fighting you. Whole nother video. So we can get rid of that. We can miss that. Well, what does Devin bring to the table? You can miss me with that. Well, we don't fight on that side of the street or this side of the street, or we don't fight with this promotional company or that promotional company, or we don't work with this guy or that guy. You can miss me with all that. He is his own boss. He can fight wherever he wants, wherever he wants. On your side, his side, they side, our side, that side, those sides, that spot, that place, that network, that one, that company. It don't matter where it is. He can fight you anywhere. Doesn't matter. So, get rid of all that. The only thing left is the business decision to fight this man. It's the only thing left. That's it. All right. Well, does it make business sense right now to fight Devin Haney? Then you can justify it however you want on why it don't. So you can say, "Oh man, I ain't fighting him. I mean, shit, he's just an email champion." Like that shit is. That's like calling somebody an African booty scratcher. That shit is so old and played out and washed up. It's like, it ain't real, first off. It's not real, and now it's played out. And it's fucking stupid. But he is an email champion. Yeah, who did he email? Let's go ahead and get rid of it. Who did he email? He never emailed anybody. He never emailed anybody. He was the number one contender. The mandatory. He fought for that position. The interim WBC champion. Teofimo Lopez requested, well, first Vasyl Lomachenko requested to not fight him by becoming the franchise champion. Well, when you requested to not fight him, and I want to be the franchise, they elevated him to the real champion. Now you are a status. You are the franchise status. That's what you elevated yourself to. That's what you wanted. So they said, okay, well, Devin, you are the real champion then. Whenever the franchise champion wants to fight you, it don't matter what you got going on. They get an first shot at you. Don't matter what you got. They're your mandatory whenever they want it. All right, cool. Well, Devin is the champion, and whenever Teofimo Lopez wants to become his mandatory, he can do it. But it's a business decision to do it. That's a business decision. Yeah. That's a business decision. Well, listen, you can't say money. You can't say that because he dictates the amount of bread that's going on in this fight. So you can't say money. Notoriety. You can't say notoriety. He's known. You can't say what does he bring to the table. He's a WBC champion. So the only thing that's left is the business of boxing. That's all that's left, bro. He has boxed you all out. He's boxed every one of y'all out. He's boxed you out. Every obstacle that you put in the way, it's the business of boxing. Yeah, it's the amount of money. Well, if you had a belt, he boxed you all out. You have nothing left. It is fight or flight at this moment. That's all it is. That's the only thing left with Devin Haney. Fight or flight. You either fight this man or you run from this man. Those are your only two options. That's all you got left. Which is the reason why people are real, real quiet when it comes to Dev. They're real, real quiet when it comes to Dev, bro. Real quiet. Matter of fact, they're real quiet about the whole fucking division. Because if you bring up the division, you start talking about Dev. Then you got to justify why you're not fighting this man. But undisputed matters, BFTB. Undisputed matters. It matters. Well, Teofimo Lopez is undisputed. Well, not according to Mauricio Suleiman's rules. Not according to the rules, he isn't. According to the rules, he can become the mandatory whenever he wants to. According to the rules. I didn't write them. Well, Mauricio Suleiman said, I don't give a fuck what he said. You can say whatever you want. A mouth will say anything. A lot of motherfuckers will say, well, listen, I can go 125 down the road if I want to. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, you can get pulled over by the police and tell the police that you can go $150 if you want to. Go ahead. The mayor said I can go $150. Yeah, the mayor. The mayor said I can go 150 miles per hour down the road. The mayor said that. Cool. Well, what the rules say? What does the speed limit say? What does the speed limit say? Well, the mayor. Listen, I know the sheriff, and the sheriff said I can go 195 miles per hour in a 25 if I want to. That's what the sheriff said. The sheriff said that. Bet. Cool. What did the rules say? That's a 25 mile per hour speed limit. Who wrote those rules? The sheriff. Who blessed off on him? The sheriff. Who protected him? The sheriff. Well, the governor, listen, the governor, he didn't mind. The governor doesn't mind if I speed. Listen, the governor said, speeding is okay. You heard it. I'm not going to keep questioning this. The governor said I can speed. All right, cool. You get pulled over doing a 150 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. Make sure you use that too when you get in court. I don't give a fuck what Mauricio said. Don't care what he said. What did he write in ink? What is blessed off in the rules? What's blessed in the rules is that Devin Haney is the champion and Teofimo Lopez can become his mandatory whenever he wants because he has the franchise status. They are boxed out. They are absolutely boxed out. Oh, well, there's another interim champion. Yeah, that's right. Interim champions fight each other over and over and over again. Boxed out. Eventually, one of them is going to have no choice but to fight Devin. No choice. Again, the protection. They are protecting their Mexican brethren. Ryan Garcia, Jojo Diaz, and Teofimo is other. They're protecting that. Letting this round robin. But there's only but so much protection you can do. Devin Haney is a business decision. The man is that good. He's that good that you don't look at his boxing skill. You don't look at none of that. All you're looking at is, man, should I fight him right now? Should I give it another couple of years? I don't know. I don't really like what's going on. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and pause on this one for a little bit. I'm gonna get him about. Let's go ahead and petition the WBC so these two people that were mandatories that ducked the champion can fight each other for the mandatory, another mandatory. So not the final eliminator, not the final eliminator. Those already happened. The final eliminator happened with Teofimo with Ryan Garcia. He fought for the final. That was it. The final was Ryan Garcia versus Javier Fortuna Fish, which Ryan Garcia ducked, which another video. Then the final was with Jojo Diaz and Javier Fortuna Fish. Then the final is Jojo Diaz and Ryan Garcia. The Ryan Garcia that ducked in the first place, Javier Fortuna Fish, the Fortuna Fish that fought the JoJo's that's now going around to fight the Ryan Garcia that ducked in the first place. So this is a final. Devin Haney is a business decision, bro. He's an absolute business decision. These guys want zero smoke with this man. They're like, fuck this nigga's too good. Not yet. Let's give it a couple more years. Or maybe we'll move up to 140. We'll move up to 140. We'll just leave the whole division altogether. Let's move to 140. That's what Oscar De La Hoya said when we're going to fight Devin Haney. He said never. Those are his words. Never. We got bigger fish to fry. Bigger than the WBC champion when you are the WBC interim champion. Right. Right. Devin is a business decision. All right. The boxing aspect, when it comes to Devin Haney, you can get rid of that. That's done. Get rid of that. There ain't nobody trying to box this man. It's all about business. All of it. They want zero smoke with this man at all. Zero. BFTB. Shout out to the LDBC. And I'm out.